Hello, everybody. It's me again. What? Where? What's happening?
You have made a grave mistake.
Gonna need to be more specific.
In your mangaka video, you forgot to include me.
I don't know, man. Felt like I got all the essential ones.
You thought Kagurabachi was essential?
Absolutely. Wait a minute. I know who you are. You're Hirohiko Araki. I knew this day would come. Why didn't you include me?
I'm sorry, I wanted to, I really did, but you don't have an avatar.
Yeah, come and see! I literally do! It's me! But that's more like a self-portrait, don't you think? Oh, not good enough for you, huh? How about this? Bro, that's just Jonathan. Just put me in! Alright then. I guess we're doing this the hard way. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Hello, me. It's sorry. Hello, everybody. It's me again. Video again with another back again with another video. Sorry, my head kinda hurts. And if you're new here, hi. It's nice to meet you. Well, it's here. The long-anticipated sequel to the thing that initially kicked off my channel. Now, before anyone says anything, no, I still haven't watched Fullmetal Alchemist, but since that last video, I actually got monetization on my channel now. So if you guys just watched this video, you are technically paying me to watch it, so I guess I'm obligated to do so. As for that future wife thing, yeah, still working on that. And speaking of the comments, I really have to thank you guys. The comments section on the original video was the backbone of this one. Though I like reading manga a lot, I don't know enough mangakas to actually make a sequel to this. But with your suggestions, I'm able to not only make one that's more numerous than the last, but a lot more interesting, and got me interested in a new series, like Undead Unluck. Spoilers, I guess. I have 18 mangakas here, all suggested by you guys. Speaking of suggestions, another suggestion was to make this a tier list. Boom! There it is. I ordered all the ones from last time onto this list to make the comparisons clear. I also bumped up Kotoge from last video from an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. Because I realized how base she looks. Everybody else is the same. And on top of that, I made this tier list public, so you can show me how wrong I am. But without further ado, let's jump right in to our most requested mangaka, Hirohiko Araki. Araki, the creator of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is undeniably one of the best mangaka artists out there, and one of my favorites, which is why it was so heartbreaking not including him in the last video. But since everyone wanted him in so bad, I included him here. And this is his avatar. And no, Rohan does not count. Man, it's hard to judge this one. It doesn't really meet the requirements of an avatar that I'm looking for. It's kind of like being an art teacher who assigns a project, and then one of your students turns in something completely different from the assignment, but it's like still really good, so you don't know how to grade it? Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but it's kind of a reverse Mira situation. I wasn't a big fan of Mira's avatar last time because I felt like it didn't represent his artistic skills and made him look like a Discord mod. With Araki, it shows his skills as an artist, but just represents himself through self-portrait, and it's kind of boring. But he also has this avatar, which he uses more frequently. It's more simplified and avatar Unfortunately, however, I'm pretty sure that this is just Jonathan. Well, that sucks. I still like it though, but the best I can give it is like a light 6 out of 10. I'm sorry. Next up is Naoya Matsumoto, the creator of Kaiju number 8. I'm gonna be honest here. Matsumoto isn't one of my favorites in terms of his manga. The story itself isn't bad or anything, but I'm not crazy about the art. It looks a little too digital for my tastes, which, yeah, could be a stylistic decision, but I don't think it works in its favor too much. I much prefer his cover art, where it takes on a more rustic water painting approach. But with that little grievance out of the way, this is his avatar. Now this is definitely something. I'm not sure which one is supposed to be him. It's probably the cat, because that's what I see in most of the manga volumes. But now we have this condescending apple, cherry, tomato thing to worry about. I guess we'll just take them both into account. And in that case, I'm pretty fond of this one. The tomato is so undisputably disappointed with this cat. And the thing is, it looks justified. I feel like they have a Mordecai/Rigby and Benson dynamic.
You're like, that'll never happen. And we'll be all cool and you'll be all like, whoa, and then we'll be all like, in your face! And then I'll be all like,
Where the apple is constantly pushed to the brink due to the cat's incompetence. However, I feel like there's a little too much going on with this one. Almost all the best avatars, in my opinion, are very simple and very easy to process. With this one, the first time I looked at it, took me 3 million years for my eyes to understand what the heck I was looking at. But I'm not gonna hold it against them too much. I'm feeling a light to a decent 7 on these two. Now let's negate away from Matsumoto and turn our attention to Yoshifumi Tozuka, the creator of Undead Unluck. And I have to really thank you guys for this suggestion, because I started reading Undead Unluck because of those comments. And now, as of writing this out, I literally can't put it down. And as of recording this, I finished all 239 chapters in just 1 month. And as of me posting this video, I probably wasted over $200 buying every single volume because I'm a mindless consumer. I think my opinions on the manga can best be summarized with this meme. Anyway, this is his avatar. Originally, I had the script say, "Oh, look at the little baby," but I was greatly mistaken. You see, this might just look like a sentient version of the main character's beanie, which is technically true, but I soon realized how horrifying this avatar actually is. When doing more extensive research on these avatars, i.e. me going to Barnes & Noble and taking pictures of manga like a gremlin, I discovered that Tozuka's avatar used to look like this, and you can see that the beanie is slowly taking up more and more of his face, and you can't tell me otherwise that the beanie has fully consumed Tozuka, only leaving out his arms and legs for its own benefit. I can't believe that I was going to call this thing cute. Anyway, this thing is pretty cute. It obviously has that weedle baby / toddler energy, and definitely seems like if I look away for 0.3 seconds, it would somehow destroy my house and invest all my money into Dogecoin, but I can forgive it. This one's gonna get an 8 out of 10 from me. Next we have Kei Urana, the creator of Gachiakuta, which is probably bound to be the next hit anime when it comes out, and which I think is absolute garbage. No, literally, it is objectively about trash and trash monsters. It's awesome. Just like Kagurabachi, you should read it. But getting our head out of the filth, let's take a look at her avatar. Dang, I like this one. She seems like the unholy amalgamation of the body and demeanor of a tomboy mixed with the brain-dead nature of a valley girl. And that somehow equates to a girl with a man bun with an oni mask that has extremely baggy clothes and a little poop jetting out of her stomach like a cuckoo clock. Look, I don't argue with math, okay? I just accept it. Something that I wish I have done with the last video was go look at the physical volumes for these avatars and get more information about these guys. Like, instead of just assuming that she has like a bunch of manic energy, that's just how she is. And there is an added benefit to seeing other avatars representing her assistants and editors. Cause I discovered this monkey guy who might be Hideyoshi Adano, who is one of her assistants. He does the graffiti art in the series, and he has an awesome dynamic with Urana. I can totally see these two having a TV show together, and it would probably go something like this.
Hey, Kei. I think I broke my arm.
Oh shoot, dude. Here, maybe, I think I can fix it.
Thanks, Kei.
Yeah, gonna give her an 8 out of 10. From one grimy manga to another, we have Dorohedoro, the creator of which being Q Hiyashida. And before we dive into her avatar, I have a little side tangent here. Okay, so we have Dororo, Dorohedoro, Durarara, Dandadan, and Day, also known as Dead Demons Day Destruction. Who is coming up with these names? And whoever it is, do not stop what you're doing, keep it up. Okay, back to Q. This is her avatar. Okay, out of all the avatars we've been through, all the trials, tribulations, and whatever the frick this was. I never thought in this series I would actually find an avatar that was trying to look ominous, and one that fits into the world that the mangaka created. Like, she looks like she would sell Flintstones vitamins to Keimin and Nikaido. This one's really nice. It's dirty and haunting. Looks like she's seen some things. I'm gonna give her a greasy 7 out of 10. Okay, in the last video, I definitely spurred a lot of controversy admitting that I'd never seen Full Metal Alchemist. I feel like I'm gonna anger a lot more people when I say that I've never seen Death Note. I don't really have an excuse for this one, boys. As the streamers say, I might be cooked. But just because I haven't watched a beloved anime that everyone except me has watched, doesn't mean that I can't talk about it. Tsugami Ohba, the creator of Death Note, is one of the most highly regarded mangakas out there. I don't think it's a stretch to say that he's changed the landscape of manga and anime forever. But how does his avatar hold up against the greats? Well, let's take a look at it. Wow. This also looks like a character that can be from the series. Huh. Ohba leaves so much to interpretation with this avatar, which makes it work so well in my opinion. Like, why is he picking up an apple? Why does he look so sad about it? Why is he missing his left arm? And finally, that hair. I can't tell if that's hair or something else. I love that I can't tell. This one is awesome. 9 out of 10 from me. Brushstrokes tell their tales. Souls mirrored in paint and clay. Feathers mask us all. Sorry if that sounded poetic. I was getting some inspiration from some haikus. This was an awful idea. Haruichi Furudate is the author of haiku. He draws himself as this very nervous chicken man that I don't really vibe with. Yeah, this one ain't really doing it for me. To me, it feels like this avatar is almost forced. Like he's trying too hard to be quirky. It's kind of like Furudate saw everyone doing their avatars, felt like it was part of the assignment, made one himself, and this is what he came up with. I think the reason I don't like this avatar very much is the personality that Furudate gave it. The avatar being nervous all the time is relatable, yeah, but it's also kind of boring in my opinion. If his personality was literally anything else, I might have liked it more. Like, replace nervousness with, tactless and entitled. So imagine this nervous chicken was instead a blunt, unapologetic butthole that is entitled to the success of his manga. I might be getting a little ahead of myself here because I know that this is supposed to be a representation of the actual author, but I won't lie and say that if Furudate did this to his avatar, it would have been more interesting to me. Gonna give this one a 5 out of 10. On to the next one. We have another highly requested avatar, Hideaki Sorachi, the creator of Gintama. We're now getting into the territory that I'm pretty unfamiliar with. Gintama, from what I know, is a parody of a lot of different genres, and Sorachi is actually in the anime itself. I can't tell you another avatar that does that, actually. The comments will probably let me know, but being in your anime adaptation ain't gonna carry you all the way. Let's examine the Homo sapien further. He's lazy, out of shape, and so very relatable. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know why, but I honestly didn't vibe with this one either. But the more I learned about this avatar, the more I couldn't help but like him. Like, the guy is so wholesome, so comedic, and just seems like a real bro. I mean, he drew Usopp like this. How could I not like a guy like that? Mr. Gorilla Sensei is gonna get a 9 out of 10 from me. On to our next mangaka, we have Hitsuji Gondira, the creator of Yozakura Family, which I know nothing about. Apparently, it's about spies and family, which sounds very familiar. I can't seem to put my tongue on it. Anyway, this is his avatar. I think the aim of this one was supposed to be a fox in sheep's clothing. In that case, why'd you make it yellow? It kinda looks like Pikachu to me. Well, if you dislocated snout and then lobotomized him. I honestly don't have much to say about this one. It's very average, in my opinion. It's kinda funny, it's kinda stupid, checks all the requirements and does nothing else. And for that, I think I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. Sorry to all you Yozakura fans. I just hope you know that Spy Family came out a full 5 months before. What's this? a clover? Weird, it's black for some reason. Strange. Anyway, our next mangaka is Keiichi Arawi, the creator of the most unhinged anime ever, Riichiro. I have a very interesting relationship with this series. I was introduced to it by those Hard Knock Life memes back from 2017. Oh, the memories. Considering how lighthearted the series is, I expect his avatar to be the same. You know what? Forget Ohba. This is the most terrifying avatar ever. I guess it kinda mirrors the insane nature of the series, but man, this guy looks like he's going to kill me. I wouldn't be surprised that this picture was actually a mugshot after he killed a family of 5. And also, what is he even looking at? He's probably looking at your kitchen knife or something. Oh, Jack, stop overreacting. It's not that creepy, you're probably saying. Well, here, let me convince you. Need I say more? All jokes aside, I love this one. Its unstable nature intrigues me, and it's pretty funny to look at. I'm feeling an 8 out of 10 for this one. Alright, I won't tease you guys any longer. Let's talk about Yuki Tabata, the creator of Black Clover. Tabata, correct me if I'm wrong here, seems to be a bit of an underrated mangaka. Though I never read or seen Black Clover, I keep seeing bits of it around, whether that be clips on YouTube or checking out his art out of curiosity. And I feel like I can see his main inspirations within his art. It's cool to see. But what's even cooler is his avatar, which is a hyper-caffeinated duck that is a slave to the industry that he works in. Yeah, kinda feel for the guy. I mean, just look at him. He'd look like if I just touch his shoulder, he'd get a heart attack. This avatar also looks pretty professional. Not in the way that the avatar is portrayed, heck no, but it looks like Tabata knew exactly what he wanted to make with this avatar. I like this one well enough to give him a 9 out of 10. Not necessarily because I like it that much, but mainly because his wife scares me. She's apparently 7 stories tall, and I don't want to do anything to provoke that. Next, we have another pretty underrated mangaka, I think. I'm not too sure. Kauze Kato, the creator of The Blue Exorcist. She draws herself as this very cute bunny. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, ignoring that she blatantly plagiarized Taguchi, I like this one a lot. She's so expressive, kind of like Arakawa's avatar, which I really like. Whenever the author enjoys drawing their avatar and gives it a bunch of different expressions and situations that they put their little guys in, it's always going to be a huge plus for me. And this bunny is no exception. With how she emotes, I can totally see this avatar being a character in the amazing world of Gumball. You know what? I didn't think I was gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it. 10 out of 10. I think it's that good. She's so cute, funny, and full of character. And I think that's the special ingredient here. If your avatar has a character to it, then it's gonna score high in my book. Funny that I mentioned Taguchi, because we have another mangaka couple, but not in the way that Tagashi and Taguchi are a couple. It's a writer and illustrator relationship this time, with the writer being Kaiu Shirai and the illustrator being Posuka Demizu, the creators of Promised Neverland. Though I'm not super familiar with Shirai's writing, I am familiar with Demizu's amazing artwork. Her artwork is so fantastical. It looks like it popped right out of a fairy tale. It's undeniable that she's a very skilled artist. But how do both of their avatars hold up? Well, Demizu represents herself as a little shadow baby in a shark outfit, and Shirai, a corporate CEO with a hollowed out bowling ball head. Like with Tagashi and Taguchi, these two are at their strongest together. They honestly look like they have a father and daughter dynamic, where the father is very much overworked and wondering how to put food on the table this month, and then his little shark baby gives him an art project and all of his stress goes away. Together, 10 out of 10, obviously. But separately, I'm feeling an 8 out of 10 for Demizu and a 7 out of 10 for Shirai. Next is Paru Itagaki, the creator of Beastars, which I don't really have anything to say about. But Sanda, on the other hand, oh, that's the insanity I crave in manga. I'm so excited for when that comes out. Paru Itagaki is also the daughter of Kisugi Itagaki, the creator of Baki. Okay, I can see where the insanity comes from now. She draws and dresses herself as a rooster head. Now, you might be thinking that this is just a repeat of Furudate's avatar, and that I say no, and here's why I think that this one is actually better. Firstly, she's a woman, so Sorry, I don't make the rules here. Secondly, I think that she has a more interesting personality. She's a bit more temperamental and sarcastic, which is a lot more entertaining to me. And thirdly, she represents herself in a pretty unique way. Not only did she actually craft a real rooster head for interviews and live appearances, when she was first starting out, she originally just took pictures of herself and drew a little chick to obscure her face. And as she got older and more mature, in writing her manga, she became the rooster we all know and love. I do miss the little chick face, but overall, I'm gonna give this one a 10 out of 10. Alrighty, we have another writer and illustrator duo. That duo being Moe Jink Park, also known as Boichi, and Riichiro Inagaki, the creators of Dr. Stone. By the way, I said Inagaki, not Itagaki. There's only so much Baki I can handle. Like the last duo I covered, I'm not too familiar with the writer in this case. However, unlike Promised Neverland, I actually know things about Dr. Stone, and can conclude that he's an excellent writer, and as well as a pretty decent artist on his own right. The art of Dr. Stone is handled by Boichi, who, fun fact, was previously a manhwa artist. If you don't know what that is, it's basically Korean manga, like Solo Leveling. Also, even though that he's mainly known for Dr. Stone, I feel like I know him best from his brand new manga, Martial King. God, I love Martial King so much, please read it. Anyways, Boichi's avatar is this little robo baby. Jesus, like I'm running a freaking daycare here. And Inagaki is an extremely jacked scientist that turns into a fossilized killer queen. Wait, what? How does that make any sense? Did I skip a page? This is probably the weirdest evolution of an avatar yet. And we've seen Horikoshi's. The thing is about these avatars is that they don't really interact with each other. Even in the manga volumes, they're kept pretty separate, which means that I can't really rate them together. In that case, Boichi's avatar is cute and all, but I feel like I'm getting a little desensitized by all these children lying around. It has a bit too much energy for my taste, but that's just me. I'm feeling a 7 out of 10 for Boichi. As for Inagaki, I really don't know what to say. It's kind of okay. I do like that it looks like Killer Queen, but I think that's the only thing saving it, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. And now, before we talk about our last mangaka, I'd like to go through a couple honorable mentions. Since the comment section on the last video was the backbone of this one, all of you guys suggested a lot of different things. And some of you guys suggested things that just don't count, but I still think that they're cool. So here we go. Our first honorable mention is Hajime Isayama, the creator of Attack on Titan. I wish he had an avatar. I really did. But the best that he gave us was his signature, in which he complements it with a squished up version of Misaka. It's cute, but it doesn't count, unfortunately. It's still really cute. Misaka's best girl. I also got a very unique suggestion. So this is On, or On. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. And he is the game developer of the Eyes Maze series. Yeah, I have no idea what kind of game this is, but it looks cool. I think this avatar is really cool as well. He's nice, smooth, simple, and he has a little Frankenstein bat sidekick as well. So thank you, Mr. Noob64, for suggesting this. Sorry that I'm shouting you out without permission. Now we have our last mangaka. Oh my gosh, finally. This took so long to make. We have Katsura Hoshino, the creator of D. Greymon. I literally have no idea what the heck this series is. It looks like a combination of Harry Potter, Soul Eater, and Hellsing. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Hoshino's avatar, which is, which one is her? I forget, we'll just do all three. These three, I think, embody what I love about mangaka avatars. They're simple, fun to look at, have fun personalities, and are just little guys. I know that I already said with Urana that I can see her in a TV show, but with these three, I can imagine an entire franchise. All of these guys have such distinct personalities, which is impressive because I can only find like 4 pictures of them. I can imagine that the premise would be they are trying to take over the world, with this stitched mouth guy being the main focus. He's the devious one that comes up with all the elaborate plans. I also headcanon that his mouth is stitched up because he says the most out-of-pocket crap and can't be trusted. The big round one is the peacemaker and always has a big smile on his face, but he's also stern. The small one is just the wild card. Wait, hold on, this is just Invader Zim. I believe that all three are just perfect. They're all just so fun. Like, seriously, I couldn't stop smiling through this segment. And you know what? You might not agree, but whatever. I'm gonna give them a completely straight and serious 12 out of 10. This is a series that I've never even heard of until I made this video, and I'm putting their avatar right next to my favorite. That's crazy. Boom! The official mangaka avatar ranking. Again, never thought I would be asked to make another one of these. And again, thank you all so much for the suggestions. They were the main reason that this video exists. If you want to see another one of these videos, please put your suggestions in the comments. Also, a reminder here that this tier list is public, so if you want to make a tier list of your own, you can. I would love to see all of your lists and see how wrong they are, how different they are from mine. It's all linked in the description. If you haven't checked out the previous mangaka video, it's right here. And if you want to see me watch unhinged ads from other countries, click this one. And with that, guys, bye! I said bye!